everybody, Fiber Spider here with, well, something a little bit different for you. Hope all of you are doing really well today. Doing pretty good, and I've got my thinking cap on because today we are going to be playing chess. Now, I know what you're thinking. Yes, chess, we know chess. Okay, fine. But this chessboard is a little bit different. This is called Go Chess, and it is a smart chessboard that actually is LEDs in the board itself, and it tells you where the pieces are to move to, and you sync it up with an app, and I think it's pretty cool. Now, this particular board, actually, I borrowed from my local library, so didn't have to pay for it, but I thought I would like to show it to you. Yeah. And give you the ins and outs. Now, I'm not going to teach you how to play chess. There are 1,000,001 tutorials out there, but I'm going to show you basically, a game in action, if you will. Am I good at chess? Not really, but I'm decent. Okay, I'll say that. I'm decent. But, basically I want to give you an overview of how the board works when you are playing against a computer. Now, that being said, the board syncs up to a device, whether it's a tablet or your phone or what have you, and then you can play against the computer at varying different levels, or you can play against humans that are also using the app as well. So I think it's rather cool because also you have the nice tactile quality of playing with pieces while incorporating AI or a human opponent that could be anywhere in the world. So I think that that's pretty cool. And also the board actually gives you suggestions of where to move, which I think is also pretty cool. So that being said, I want to give you just a few specs really quick. Now, this board itself, this is the mini. To me, it seems like a regular standard size board, but the mini, it runs at $249 retail. Okay. On sale right now, they're doing like a Black Friday sale, so from $249 down to $219. It's a steep price point, I will say that, but there are others as well. There's the Light Classic, which is right now $319, although regularly it's $349, and then there's the Light Modern, which is $269, regularly $299. Now, I am not sponsored, I'm not affiliated, I'm just giving you an idea. If you are an avid player or who is avidly interested in learning how to play, this might be a great gateway jumping in kind of thing. If, however, you don't play often, or you're just sort of meh, maybe this isn't for you. But I just wanted to be upfront, not sponsored, but I like to let you know all the details. And again, I didn't pay for this, I'm just borrowing it. Now I've got my tablet here, all synced up and ready to go. Let's play, shall we? Alrighty. Alright, so let's set up the game. I'm going to play against AI. And I'm going to set the AI strength to 2. Now, let's see, how far up does it go? Just out of sheer curiosity. I'm already up to like 30, It goes up to 32? Okay, yeah, we're scooting on down here. Because I don't want to embarrass myself terribly. So, let's be fair. Let's play at a level 2. I just played a level 1 game and I did rather well. Now, as far as the AI strength, level 1 is estimated as ELO 400. Level 32 is estimated ELO 3000. Now, I'm not even sure what an ELO means, but hey, whatever. And I would like to play as white. Now, you can also add hints settings. Pick the best piece, best moves, and then there are blunder alerts as well, where the board lights up red. So, again, it's another smart feature. I think it's pretty cool. So, let's start the game. All right. Actually, I'm going to lower my lights just a little bit so that you can see the board a little bit better. So the purple little bits that are lit up there are suggestions of better pieces to move, although you can do really whatever. So I do, however, think that I'm going to move this little guy up, and then it's blue, I could stay there, or pink, which is optimal. So it's kind of cool. And then it tells me where it wants me to move. Okay, so already he is after my hide. Well, I'm not going to give in quite so easily. If he wants to take my piece, he's going to have to kill me for it. So yes, he is going to take my piece. So remove him and then scoot him. There we go. All right. Now that piece is in danger, of course. If I don't do anything, he's going to take it. What to do? I could move my knight either here, or actually I'll even show you. So there's, several possibilities. Now, if I move my knight to the purple, he could take the pawn, although not exactly. It shouldn't be this difficult. I'm going to just go quickly, relatively speaking. Okay, yes, he took my pawn. And you know what? Yeah, I think that pawn is toast. Now, granted, I know that my bishop is probably going to get taken by the queen on the opposite side, but that is okay. So, scoot you. Actually, wait a minute. Hold the phone. Hold the phone. Why would I do that? Why would I sacrifice my bishop when I can just use a pawn? I think I'm going to do that instead. Okay, yep, and the queen takes the pawn. That's totally fine because now I get the queen and I'm going to use my bishop. So, considering that I already got one of the opponent's queens, not bad. All right, move up a pawn. Yes? Okay. Sometimes it's a little slow in the uptake. Let's see what to do. Well, I could use my bishop to threaten the king, put him on his toes. Could do that. Check. All right, the knight is going to give me grief. That's fine. Now I could take the knight, however, it would immediately get taken by a pawn. So let's start moving up some of my other pawns. Tricksy, tricksy. Well, technically I could use my knight to take the pawn, but then he would get taken by that knight, so that's no bueno. Oh no, I kind of think I want to move this one up. Okay, all right, actually I could use this knight to take this pawn and there would be no other casualties. I like that. Okay, scoot you. Oh, I was going to say I could use this knight to take this pawn, but then this pawn would take that. Okay, scratch that. Also, this knight could do the same thing. Tricksy. Very, very tricksy. Now, it keeps suggesting that I use my queen. Let's see where it would suggest that I go. To there. For what purpose exactly? Don't know. I'm gonna move you back. Oh, here's an idea. Let's scoot my knight. Okay. Now, I do have a plan. If I use my knight to take this pawn, it would put him in check. Kind of like that. Check. Move the king out of the way, that's fine. Okay, we are making progress. I'm liking this. Okay, so where to go? Actually, here's a thought. Because I'm in a very nice strategic spot, I think I'm going to take his rook. And scoot that. Oh, I'm feeling devious. You know what? I want that bishop. So let me scoot to there. And if he doesn't move out of the way, he's toast. Okay. Ooh, not only could I take the bishop, but then I would put the king in check again. Check. Okay. Well, I need to move my knight, otherwise he is in total peril. I can do that. You know what? Let me also put him in check simultaneously. Well, obviously I don't want my knight to die. Obviously. I think that retreating is the better part of valor. However, could I move somewhere else that would be advantageous? For instance, if I move my queen here, that would make him safe. True. Tricksy, you know. Or, you know what, I could move my pawn up, and that would prevent the king from taking him. Oh, and we'll put him in check with my bishop. Oh, blocking my way, I see. Okay, fine, we'll play that way. Well, I could take the knight with my bishop, put him in check again. Could do that. Could get aggressive, as it were. Why not? Got him on the run. Let's see. Ooh. Okay, this is a twofer. With my bishop, I can take his rook and put him in check simultaneously. I like that. This guy is toast. Where to go, where to go? Actually, I think I'm going to mess with his other two pieces. Let's see. He's getting down to the wire. Yeah, he won't jeopardize taking that knight. You know what? Let me annoy his remaining bishop with my rook. I think I'll be further antagonistic. Let me take his pawn and put him in check again. All right. Trixie. Yeah, I think I'm going to get this rook out of hock. No! Oh no, I missed that. Dang it. So much for that bishop. All right, fine. You want to play? Let's play. Okay, so he's got two pawns and his king left. That's kind of sad. All right, let's see. Yep. Scratch that. A king and one pawn. Check. Okay, the irony is that now he is in danger. Okay. Unless... You know what? I'm going to scoot here so that he's protected by the queen. Okay. Now let's start cornering him. Oh. Apparently I got a draw. A draw by stalemate. Well, you know, I was still kicking his butt. If I was playing against an actual person, I would have, you know, goaded them into keep going. So apparently I made 3 great moves, 0 misses, 0 blunders, and yeah, I did fairly well for myself. There you go. All right, so there you go with Go Chess. You know, I think it's rather fun, you know. I mean, admittedly, I am not that great at chess. I think the only reason why I won is because the difficulty level was so low. But then again, I didn't want to embarrass myself. Now, overall, I think it is really quite a nice game. You know, the pieces, they are, I would say, a plastic type, like resin type material. You know, they are not very light. They have some heft to them, which I rather like. I think I would be happier with wooden pieces, quite frankly. Or if, you know, they're plastic, perhaps if they looked more like marble, you know, that might be nice. The quality of the board and the lights, I'm totally fine with. Now, one of the things that I'm not particularly crazy about, oh, by the way, they also give you 2 additional queens for if you move your pawn to the other side of the board, which I think is a nice addition. But one of the things that I'm not crazy about, as much as I do like the overall game and all the features and this, that, and the other, one of the things that I'm not crazy about is that you can't play against the computer if you're not connected to your device. You know, it's connected through Bluetooth, that's fine. But what if you don't want to have the addition of your phone or a tablet? You know, if you want to play against a computer, you have to have a device paired up with it. So that, to me, is kind of a drawback. Granted, of course, you can play this without electricity or having a charge or any Bluetooth whatsoever if you're playing against another person. That is, of course, perfectly viable. But if you want to take advantage of the, you know, the board moving its pieces and so on and so forth, yes, it has to be connected to the app. Now, that being said, one of the other cool things is that the app itself, Go Chess, it is a free app. Technically, you don't even need the board in order to play Go Chess. You can just play strictly on the app as a digital version. So, I mean, there is the option to play it completely for free, and I think that that's obviously a nice thing. You can play against AI or against an actual person. Again, that's great. I don't know. I mean, I think that it is a rather neat way of incorporating a tangible chessboard with, you know, the online community and so forth. I think that's pretty neat. You know, I mean, I'm kind of old school, so that's why I like the chessboard, but I do like it how it has potential for teaching you and helping you see various moves and things. I think it's pretty neat. Now, I'm a rubbish player, let's be honest. And would I play every day or even every week? Probably not. So for me, this probably would not be worth my while to purchase. If you are more of an avid fan, if you are a Queen's Gambit kind of, you know, person, then yeah, this might be up your alley. Also, the holidays are approaching, which is another reason why I thought it might be nice to show this to you guys, because they do have the sale going on right now. If you feel that it would be worth your while, and that you could get your money's worth out of it, I would say, hey, go for it. I think it would make a fabulous Christmas gift or a holiday gift in general. if you would be giving this to a complete novice, it may be worth your while, it may not be worth your while, because not everybody likes chess. I get that. So the price point, yes, that is definitely a factor. However, I think it's a lot of fun, you know, I'm not gonna lie. Also, of course, one of the other nice features about the connection to the app is that it does keep track of your games, and you can actually see all of the moves that you played, and it can keep track of your history, which I think is a nice feature. You know, I will give them credit for that. So, that being said, I hope that you enjoyed today's video. Kind of an offshoot. I mean, usually I play solo games, and yeah, this is kind of solo, but it's going against a computer. So, I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments section. As always, I want to thank you so much for watching today. If you like the video, give a little thumbs up button down below, because you know that I appreciate your appreciation as always. And stay tuned for more, because whether I'm playing games, doing crocheting or knitting or audiobook narrations or recipes, I like variety. It's the spice of life. Call me Cayenne Pepper. And, well, you know what to do until next time, right? I want all of you to stay inspired, stay caffeinated, stay playing fun, fabulous games with yourself or with somebody you love. Take care of yourselves and each other, and I will see you in my next video. And also, gonna put a link to where you can find this online if you're interested. Again, have a great day, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.